Hey folks, howdy gang, we are live again. Had some technical difficulties earlier, but so far everything is running green. Streamlabs green generally means good. The settings here, I want full screen. Oh, all right, that looks way better. We're gonna play around a little bit with the settings because I made some improvements to my gaming computer while I was gone. Everything's on ultra right now, which probably doesn't need to be so much. Let's put it in volumetric clouds. Just leave it here. When I was changing them in flight. Look, everything is running great so far. A whole lot. Sure, I've got what we're going. There we are. Sorry, folks. I love the gamepad. I've been gaming probably longer than a lot of you have been alive. I'm not saying that as condescending. I'm just saying I prefer the game controller. Certain mouse, WASD games, then yeah, I'll go that route. But generally prefer the controller if I can make it help. Everything here. All right. Now we're just gonna jump right to the world map. Of course, once again, it's nighttime in Alaska, as you can see. And you may be asking yourself, why do I keep flying out of Alaska? The whole rest of the world. Well, the thing is, there's certain places in the world that just really don't interest me. I mean, I like to fly in places that I'm familiar with. There's Alaska. Oh, you want to see something really funny? You move the thing, the time. That. The difference between South Korea and North Korea. See where the lights disappear in North Korea. No, we're gonna fly out of Alaska again, only because I want to fly this plane that I've been dying to live stream this plane forever now. Early morning. We already flew the Spirit of St. Louis. And I don't see the Dark Star. What's going on with that? I want to fly the Dark Star forever now. Let's see. How about we'll do this? We'll do that. Let's go back to the marketplace. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to purchase the Dark Star. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. I finally watched Top Gun Maverick, the new one. Fantastic movie. Highly recommend. If you haven't seen it yet, go out and see it. That movie. Awesome. Apparently. Second here. Oh, I see. You gotta download it. Earn it? Okay. So we're just gonna download it. Hopefully this won't take too long. I bought the Top Gun, the Maverick. It's like a bundle package, and the Dark Star is on there. On my Xbox Series X, I bought the Top Gun Maverick bundle for Ace Combat 7, and the Dark Star is on there too. But I wanted to fly it on here first, just because it just seemed more appropriate that way. I didn't want to actually do battle in the Dark Star just yet. I wanted just to fly it because I've done a few things with the Dark Star plane for the past 6 months. I actually flew it into low orbit. I believe my last live stream I did for this game, I made mention of that, actually flying into low orbit. Like we're talking like 250,000, 260,000 feet in the air with the Dark Star. And the flight mechanics, I would assume would be more realistic on this game than on Ace Combat 7. So here we are trying to fine-tune everything. It seems to be downloading at a very reasonable rate. That update took forever, and I just didn't want to play around. It took about an hour and a half to update everything. So now I'm not gonna make any no spoilers about the movie itself, but I will say that it is way different than the first movie, and I mean that in a good way. The proper way to make a sequel, and not many sequels do this anymore, the proper way, in my belief, to make a movie sequel is to just completely like reference the first movie, but otherwise forget the first movie. like a perfect example. Terminator 1 and Terminator 2 are completely different movies. Um, Completely different. Terminator 1 was almost like a 80s slasher movie, and then it just kept progressing into this totally science fiction, awesome, plot and everything. Whereas Terminator 2 made references to Terminator 1, but as everybody knows, Terminator 2 was just 100 times better than the original in every way, especially with what they did with the technology at the time. And I say at the time, I mean even currently nowadays, the technology that they use for Terminator 2, it still holds up. Like when the T-1000, when he walked through the jail bars, and then he kept walking, and his gun got caught, like between the bars. I mean, little details like that really made that movie what it was. And yeah, I'm like that. That's the proper way to make a sequel. Or even like the difference between Rambo First Blood Part 1 versus Rambo 2, which was just an all-out slaughter. You know, just movie sequels, really good movie sequels are rare to come by nowadays. We're getting about done here with the downloading. Once this bundle downloads, I should be able to have like a Dark Star plane as an option. And if you have not yet seen the new Top Gun movie yet, the Dark Star makes quite an appearance in that film. Actually a very pivotal it plays a pivotal role in the movie. And yeah, I do apologize for all the technical difficulties, especially with my last live stream I did earlier this morning with Grim Dawn. Got cut short because I had some kind of audio issues with the microphone. Got to the point where you can hear me, but you couldn't hear the game. So like, I didn't want to play in total like silence or anything. Here we go. Go to Content Manager. Guess go back. Where's the Dark Star, baby? Why is there a speedboat in here? Discover Alaska. Perfect flight. You know I live here in the great state of Alaska. However small it may be. And I'm being facetious about that because Alaska is the largest a state in all of America. It's very well passed for its own country. It goes up here. How I got the Dark Star as top. Oh, there it is. Okay, there's a Dark. again, it makes a very wonderful appearance in the new Top Gun movie. We're just gonna depart from good old J Bear. And let's see, I don't know where we're gonna land. What a Fairbanks. Yo, I'm not seeing Fairbanks yet. Fairbanks is a bit north from us. 600 miles north of us. You do have an Air Force base there. There it is. We're gonna land there. Change time to more reasonable. And we're gonna play around before landing there. And over time, I'll open up throughout the rest of these features for this awesome game. Until then, I wanna show you the Dark Star, what it can do. And well, I'll say it, but I'm not gonna. I don't want to spoil anything about the Top Gun, the Top Gun Maverick movie for you. But you gotta watch this sucker fly. Now, the game calls this an experimental aircraft, meaning I'm not sure if it was just made for the Top Gun movie, if it actually exists. I don't know, it looks like an SR-71 to me, but quite frankly, I don't. I've got everything set to ultra, or was it high? You know what? I want this game to run smooth. Let me. Ultras are like those 4K monitors that run off of those brand new RTX 4090s or whatever. I don't have. I have an older RTX 2070. Still fantastic graphics card. And I had recently installed a full 32 gigabytes RAM into here, so definitely capable of a lot. But I don't like the whole, um, when you try to move everything and see the frame rate. I don't like. Oh my god! I gotta restart. Here. Otherwise, it's going to keep doing that. Want it to do. Hold on. I will be right back. All right. Restarted. Everything should run a little smoother now. I think a lot of folks were a bit turned off by the word simulator in the title of this game. This is actually one of the best games that I've ever played. Morning-ish. Elmendorf. Two. Flap. Fairbanks. Well, we're just gonna make that our destination. And honestly, being really honest with y'all right now, I've still not mastered the whole landing. I mean, I can land a float plane really easy, but landing on water, float plane's a float plane. Alright, here we are so far. We got the experimental Dark Star. We're about to take off from, well, they call it Elmendorf Air Force Base on the game here. It's actually called J-Bear in real life, which is Joint Base Elmendorf Richardson, meaning that the Air Force Base, Elmendorf Air Force Base, and the Army base, Fort Richardson, they kind of grew into each other to the point where they, back in 2005, they ended up combining the two together. Now it's just one big base. So the Army and the Air Force, they share the same big military base, which actually makes perfect sense because when you go back in history, you find out that the Air Force used to be a part of the Army. It used to be called the Army Air Force, and then I think it was after the end of World War II and the beginning of the Cold War, the U.S. government had decided to separate the two. The Army was just Army, and then Air Force became its own thing, and you know, I won't bore you with details, but that's kind of how it goes. But all right, looks like we're ready to go now. I want to fly past Mount McKinley, or as other people know it now as Mount Denali. President Obama renamed it
Elmendorf Tower, experimental
Denali.
Alpha Sierra Delta Kilo Sierra, ready at runway 06 East departure.
Experimental Alpha Sierra Delta Kilo Sierra.
Hold up.
Elmendorf Tower, experimental Alpha Sierra Delta Kilo Sierra, ready at runway 06 departure to the east.
Experimental Alpha Sierra Delta Kilo Sierra, altimeter 29.907, wind 015 at 8. Departure to the east approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 06.
Cleared for takeoff runway 06 expect.
Here. I want live settings because I like to see where I'm flying. There we go. There we go. Problem these flight simulators takes a lot of tweaking before you can go and get going with what you're doing. But that's just what we're gonna do here. Sorry, I got Rambo on Netflix here. Here we go.
Sierra Delta Kilo Sierra, ready at runway tree for north departure.
Experimental Alpha Sierra Delta Kilo Sierra, altimeter 29.9er, 51025 at 7.
Now I cannot verify that Air Force that J Bear actually looks like this because it's a military base and I don't get to go there much. The graphics are certainly bitching. Remember that old movie from 1982, that old Clint Eastwood movie called Firefox? That's what this plane reminds me of, is the Firefox. And I really wish they'd add the Firefox airplane into this game. That'd be the shit. Here we go. Ready to fly. Ready to go. Okay, now filling in. One of these
Transition
mountains
Charlie
ahead of us
airspace.
is Mount McKinley.
Experimental Alpha Sierra Delta Kilo Sierra
Or
Anchorage Center. Squawk 1607.
Denali has
Squawk
the
1607
outsider
Experimental
Alaska
Delta
call
Kilo
it.
Sierra.
Experimental Delta Kilo Sierra radar contact 3 miles southeast of Zulu 407,200 feet. Cleared through the Charlie airspace.
Cleared through the Charlie airspace. Experimental Delta Kilo Sierra.
Love that sonic boom. Obviously, can't see much inside the cockpit. You can see, you can't even see true forward. It's fine. Look at this guy. Oh, there's Mount McKinley over there. Let's go check it out.
Experimental Delta Kilo Sierra, you're leaving my airspace radar service.
Mount McKinley's about roughly 250 miles
Squawk
north
1200.
of
Frequency change approved. Experimental
of
Delta
Anchorage.
Kilo Sierra. Anchorage Center. Experimental Alpha Sierra Delta Kilo Sierra is type experimental Dark Star 1 miles north of 6 Alpha Kilo Niner flight level 305. Request flight following.
Experimental Alpha Sierra Delta Kilo Sierra Anchorage Center. Squawk 6417.
Mount McKinley
Squawk
or
6417 Experimental Delta Kilo Sierra.
Denali as
Experimental Delta Kilo Sierra radar contact 7 miles north of 6 Alpha
new
Kilo
people
Niner
like to
flight
call
level
it.
345.
The word
Roger,
for the
Experimental
name
Delta Kilo Sierra.
Denali is a very old Eskimo word for the mountain, which roughly translates into the Great One. The Denina
Experimental Delta Kilo Sierra
Eskimos
contact
used to
Anchorage
call
Center
it
1125
the Great One.
Good day.
That was their name for it.
125.55
The
Experimental Delta Kilo Sierra.
Denina people
Anchorage Center
were
Experimental
the
Alpha
original
Sierra Delta Kilo
inhabitants
Sierra flight
of
level 405.
Anchorage, the entire Anchorage
Delta
area
Kilo Sierra Anchorage Center continue as planned.
before, those quote-unquote evil white people chase them out of their country, chase them out of their land. I'm not really much of a traditionalist myself, but it's still important to understand the history and the heritage of your people. I do see the importance of that. But too many folks or too many of my folks, my quote-unquote people, they like to use that as an excuse to hate on white people, or as I call them, Western society. And take that as you will. I don't hate on white people. I don't hate on Western society. Western society is simple human progress. That's all it is. But there are folks, especially around here, part of the land where I live, where they just use that as an excuse. Oh, you fucking white man. Yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, what's the point, you know?
Experimental Delta Kilo Sierra, contact Anchorage Center on 133.1.
This is not McKinley. This is
133.1 for experimental Delta Kilo Sierra.
Denali.
Anchorage Center, experimental Alpha Sierra Delta Kilo Sierra, flight level 185.
9 people died on that plane.
Experimental Alpha Sierra Delta Kilo Sierra, Anchorage Center, altimeter 30.01, continue as planned.
Right around what the plans. Give you an idea how big it is. Dead serious though. This is the largest mountain in North America. My controls are being unresponsive. Oh, that's right. They made the left stick button, if you push it down, it turns into the cursor button. Now I want you folks to see this, okay? Because not many people get to see Mount McKinley in person. And you're noticing I'm still calling it Mount McKinley. I grew up with Mount McKinley. I didn't really, you know, I mean, I knew of its alternate name, Denali, but I don't know. When President Obama officially renamed it Denali, I just don't like the idea of the word being forced upon me. Or the name being forced upon me. You know what I'm saying?
Experimental Delta Kilo Sierra, contact Anchorage Center on 125.55. Good day.
125.55 experimental Delta Kilo Sierra. Anchorage Center, experimental
look how big
Alpha
that
Sierra
sucker
Delta
is.
Kilo Sierra, flight level 220.
Experimental
Of
Alpha
course,
Sierra
there are
Delta
other
Kilo
mountains
Sierra,
in the
Anchorage
world that
Center,
are
continue
bigger
as planned.
than Denali. Mount Everest is the biggest, of course. And I do want to do a flyby of that mountain soon. I'm just looking at that thing. It's majestic. We're planning a trip next summer. Me and the wife and the kids driving up that way. Just to look at it. Just to see how freaking huge it is. Oh, circle up. I'm so fast right now. That's probably in the springtime. I want to show my wife the place. Oh, the glacier is.
Experimental Delta Kilo Sierra, contact Anchorage Center on 133.1. Good day.
I barely missed that one.
133.1 for experimental Delta Kilo Sierra. Anchorage Center, experimental Alpha Sierra Delta Kilo Sierra, 6,200 feet.
Experimental Alpha Sierra Delta Kilo Sierra, Anchorage Center, altimeter 30.21, continue as planned.
Alright, we'll do one more flyby of Mount McKinley.
Going to 125.55 experimental Delta Kilo Sierra.
I mean, it's kind of hard to miss.
Anchorage Center experimental Alpha Sierra
Biggest
Delta
freaking
Kilo
mountain
Sierra,
around here.
12,500 feet.
We're gonna fly right over.
Experimental Alpha Sierra Delta Kilo Sierra Anchorage Center altimeter 30.20. Continue as planned.
Fly right over the top of it. I mostly wanted to marvel at the improvements that I made on this computer. I put a brand new a liquid cooler inside it to keep the temperature down. The CPU, and I added some extra RAM into it to make sure that all the games ran smooth. Because before I was having issues with performance. Yeah, we're gonna fly right over Mount McKinley here. And then I'm going to take you into low orbit. Just to give you an idea of how high up this game will actually let you fly.
Experimental Delta Kilo Sierra contact Anchorage Center on 133.1. Good day.
133.1 experimental Delta Kilo Sierra.
Alright, we like approximately.
Anchorage
See it?
Center experimental Alpha Sierra Delta Kilo Sierra flight level 235.
Experimental Alpha Sierra Delta Kilo Sierra Anchorage Center. Continue as planned.
Right. Destination. Down there, those are glaciers. Big tracks through the valleys there. Over spans of chunk on the east country. Not really years. Ice slowly moves through those valleys. Okay, the remaining are
Experimental Delta Kilo Sierra contact Anchorage Center on 128.1. Good day.
128.1 experimental Delta Kilo Sierra.
I should have flew up
Anchorage
here
Center
with a
experimental
slower
Alpha
plane,
Sierra
but
Delta Kilo Sierra flight level 265.
next time.
Experimental Alpha Sierra
I plan on
Delta
making a
Kilo
series
Sierra
out of
Anchorage
this.
Center. Continue as planned.
I want to show you a lot about Alaska because no one else does. At least not I've seen online anyway.
Experimental Delta Kilo Sierra contact Anchorage Center on 133.1. Good day.
133.1 for experimental Delta Kilo Sierra. Anchorage Center experimental Alpha Sierra Delta Kilo Sierra flight level 575.
When you look at it, it's a fast
Experimental
plane,
Alpha Sierra
but
Delta Kilo Sierra Anchorage Center. Continue as planned.
it's kind of a shitty plane too. The flight mechanics are very poor. Flight controls are a bit. I mean, you saw me hit that mountain. It bounced me up. I was gonna restart the flight right there, but I got control and that was it. Alright, how's this? We'll fly directly to Fairbanks. And then I'll show you low orbit, what I call it. Because you're literally flying into low orbit, the stratosphere. Let's go down a bit. That's probably what messed me up earlier. I was flying full throttle and I just could not pull up in time before I hit that mountain. Slide down a bit.
Experimental Delta Kilo Sierra, contact Anchorage approach on 120.
Now down there, you see tundra.
Going to 120.9er, experimental Delta Kilo Sierra.
Now we're gonna pull a
Anchorage
Firefox.
approach, experimental Alpha Sierra Delta Kilo
Speed up.
Sierra, 2,800 feet.
Experimental Alpha Sierra Delta Kilo Sierra Anchorage.
There we go. Look at this.
30.29er, continue this plan.
Look at it go.
Experimental Delta Kilo Sierra, contact Anchorage Center on 133.1.
Nap of the earth, right above the treetop.
Going to 133.1, experimental Delta Kilo Sierra. Anchorage Center, experimental Alpha Sierra Delta Kilo Sierra, 1,100 feet.
Experimental Alpha Sierra Delta Kilo Sierra Anchorage Center, altimeter 30.2, continue as planned.
Fly low enough to see the train detail on the ground. I mean, you know you're doing a good job. Alright, movie cool time. Imagine a big plane like a 52. Boom! Chickens in a barnyard. Has it got a chance? Hell yeah! That's paraphrasing the words.
Anchorage Center, experimental Alpha Sierra Delta Kilo Sierra. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
That was
Experimental Alpha Sierra Delta Kilo Sierra Anchorage Center. Clear through the Charlie airspace.
Cleared through Charlie airspace, experimental Delta Kilo Sierra.
Experimental Delta Kilo Sierra, contact Fairbanks approach on 125.35. Good day.
Going to 125.35, experimental Delta Kilo Sierra. Fairbanks approach, experimental Alpha Sierra Delta Kilo Sierra, 2,800 feet.
Experimental Alpha Sierra Delta Kilo Sierra, Fairbanks approach, altimeter 30.46, continue as planned.
How about we just forget that ever happened? Like I said, this plane has very perfect goals. It's not like say perhaps not my best demonstration of the Dark Tower, but the best part's coming up. Don't worry about it.
Experimental Delta Kilo Sierra, contact Anchorage Center on 120.9. Good day.
Going to 120.9er, experimental Delta Kilo Sierra. Anchorage Center, experimental Alpha Sierra Delta Kilo Sierra 7,200 feet.
Experimental Alpha Sierra Delta Kilo Sierra, Anchorage Center, altimeter 30.48, continue as planned.
As you can see, you hear the
Experimental Delta Kilo Sierra, contact Fairbanks approach on 127.1. Good day.
127.1 experimental Delta Kilo Sierra. Fairbanks approach experimental Alpha Sierra Delta Kilo Sierra 8,400 feet.
Experimental Alpha Sierra Delta Kilo Sierra, Fairbanks approach, altimeter 30.52, continue as planned.
Fairbanks Tower, experimental Alpha Sierra Delta Kilo Sierra, is 3 miles west, 3,400 feet, with whiskey to land.
Experimental Alpha Sierra Delta Kilo Sierra, Fairbanks Tower. Altimeter 30.521, commenter, left downwind runway 2 left.
Enter left traffic
we're gonna
runway
open up
2
the
left,
throttle.
experimental Delta Kilo Sierra.
Straight up. That's possible. Like, I know nothing about as he says it's experimental aircraft. Straight up. Straight up. Airspeed's phenomenal. I may want to bring down a bit. After all, not a rocket ship. Look at nominal speed. there. Yeah. To be honest with you all, I know areas of by any means. Very sweet. Air gets thinner though. Kind of do. I just started this at like 30,000 feet. I'm approaching right now. As you can see, my airspeed increased quite a bit. Kind of good balance here. About right. Now the goal here is to hit low orbit. So where they send the satellites and whatnot. It's called the stratosphere, I believe. I am losing airspeed quite a bit here. I'm still gaining quite a bit of altitude. Actually, right now, yeah, I'm over 140,000 feet. Point where airspeed doesn't really matter. There we go. 200,000 feet. This particular plane has a ceiling, flight ceiling of about, I believe it's 250,000. Still going though. Boy, look at it. Alright, yeah, 275,000 feet. Flight ceiling limit. Look around us here for a bit. The sun is. I am technically in low orbit. Just like awesome. Last way far down below me. According to my instruments, I stopped flying up. This is it right here. Like that close to outer space right now. And Mars? Oh, neat. fly to the north. Ah, alright, let's start going. There's no real air up here, so I have no real control over trajectory. Even at this height, traffic. Down the throttle and everything. Apparently I'm facing north. You're up. We're back. North. Going back down. Keep what it would look like at 200,000 feet flying in a plane like this. Check. Checking that display would tell me. Straight down. To my altitude. Right. Traveling flyer. Advisable to pull up at around 1,000 feet. Takes a while for it to correct itself. Alright, crash. Where we go? That's good. Crash game. Upside down. There is, however, a way to reset the track here.
Experimental Alpha Sierra Delta Kilo Sierra ready for departing straight out at runway 16.
Experimental Alpha Sierra Delta Kilo.
You know what? Enough of this one. Go back. Play some that are different. Still in real time, right? But my home, other hometown, Please area. See what's on here. Here, yeah. Quad Cities Internet. I can find my old house I used to live in Illinois. Lived in Eastmo. What? Wood? That's the John Deere. Around Hill. Here. South. Oh. Full Valley. So.
Tower Savage Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra at runway 9er, ready for departure to the east.
Savage Alpha Sierra, X-Ray Golf Sierra, altimeter 30.06, wind 282 at 20. Departure to the east approved. Clear. Savage X-Ray Golf Sierra, continue for east departure.
Tower Savage Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra, continue for east departure.
Oh, man. Figured about 20 years ago. It's Moline, East Moline, Illinois. I can find my old workplace at Menards. Started there in 2002. There 2000. Yeah, 2006. Where am I? Like west. I remember that big ass cornfield. Looks a bit different in the winter time though. Turn around and fly back and try to find my old apartment building. And there's a big ass hospital. heard a lot change about this place, but they got hit with a tornado back in 2008. Kind of wrecked everything. Flooded everything. Gone too far already.
Savage X-ray Golf Sierra, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Tower Savage Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra frequency change. Chicago Center Savage Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra is type Savage SFEG 5 miles west of Quad City, 1,500 feet. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
Savage Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Chicago Center. Squawk 4117.
Squawk 4117 Savage X-ray Golf Sierra.
Savage X-ray Golf Sierra radar contact 5 miles west of Quad City, 1,900 feet. Cleared through the Charlie airspace. Maintain on navigation.
Cleared through the Charlie airspace Savage X-ray Golf Sierra.
Strictly by about 20-year-old memory. There. That's gotta be Menards right there. A little bit. I don't know, it's good. Hey, yeah, put landmarks on these buildings. The hospital. I never ventured much past the hospital. So that gotta be Menard and Target. They weren't connected, I remember that. I had to find Target down there. Go find the mark. Quad City. Used to be 23rd. Remember that. Talking back to 2001. That. Third. Yeah, I'm old school enough where I still call it 23rd Avenue. I don't remember. It's been 20 years. Did it cross the river? No, it didn't. Okay. Wreck. Rock Valley Arsenal's over there. I can't move too far away. Oh, he's graphic nice, bro. I don't remember any of this. Then again, the snow doesn't make it any easier, does it? South Moline? I don't remember. South. River. We're in downtown Moline right here. There's the mark right there. Well, it's not the mark anymore, but yeah, we can get to what the mountains are going to do. We're just going into Iowa.
Chicago Center, United 20907, flight level tree 60. United 20907, Chicago Center, continue to SHLBK as planned.
Holy. Record. Tornado really barreling up on there. I literally recognize. No. Oh, I remember I used to walk a long way to work. That farm and fleet down there. road leading north. Look at turn off the highway. That might be it. Just build it. Western build. At the college. Oh, making any turns like this. Where's the 23rd? Okay. What's that 23rd? Third had Silk Club and Domino's Pizza. All those good old places. I have no bearings. I can't. What? Right there. Right there. Weird in the game though. That's gotta be it.
United 20907, contact Chicago Center on 124.55. Good day. United 20907.
And Aldi.
Chicago Center Delta 269er for flight level 350. Delta 269er for Chicago Center, continue to NUSMM as planned. Delta 269er for contact Chicago Center on 135.6. Good day. Delta 269er 4.
But we accomplished enough as far as demonstrating the power of the computer I have. I am going to call it a night here. Definitely pick you guys up tomorrow. Just want to check out how the performance of Microsoft Flight Simulator 20 worked out, 40th anniversary edition. And it's flying in all colors. The way I see it. Everything looks great. I am going to call it a night. Hope you folks had fun watching. Definitely hit it up again. But until then, I will see you on the flip side. Folks, have yourselves a nice evening. Till then, I am out of here.